In this video, I'll tell you the most common mistake that beginners make when playing Moonlight Sonata and how to fix it. Hi everyone, welcome to the Piano Keys. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Marina and I help people all over the world achieve their piano goals without years of lessons. A few years ago, I made a series of tutorials for the first movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. I think the first part has something like 300,000 views at this point. So I know a lot of people have watched it and learned from it, and so many have actually sent me videos or uploaded videos to my private Facebook group, Piano Practice Tips with the Piano Keys, and showed me their progress. And it makes me really happy to know that people are able to play this beautiful piece of music as a result of my tutorial and the work that they put in. So before I get to the mistake that most people make, I just want to say that I think it's wonderful that those of you who have learned this piece have put in the time and the effort, which is a lot, to learn the piece, and I give you all the props. I am so proud of you, and I really love that you want to play classical music. I mean, this makes me so happy. So just know that before we start, I already think that you deserve a lot of respect and definitely a round of applause. So with that being said, I want to just clarify what a mistake is in this particular instance. So in music, especially in classical music, but in all music, if a composer has written certain notes and rhythms into the music, then it is the performer's responsibility to interpret that music the way that the composer intended it to be played. So in music like pop and jazz and rock and blues, things like that, there's a lot of leeway for putting your own spin on it. But in classical music, especially with a piece like Moonlight Sonata, which I think pretty much everybody in the world has heard. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it's really famous. So something that's this well known, if you don't play it the way that Beethoven wrote it, it's really obvious and it jars because we know how it's supposed to go. All right. So in this case, you really should try to fix that mistake if you can. So let's go to the piano and I'll show you first what the mistake is, and then we'll talk about how to fix it. Okay. So if we look at the pulse of this piece, we can see that it's like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. You wouldn't count this piece like that, but the pulse has a triplet feel, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's going to keep going basically through the whole piece. Now, it's easy to keep going while that's all that's happening, right? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that we got that. Now, when this thing comes in, now what you have to do is work it into that 1, 2, 3 feeling. And I'll play it for you the right way, and then I'll show you what most people mess up on, and then I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, so the right way would be to keep that triplet feeling going. Now, you're not going to play it like you're a metronome. Obviously, you can take some liberties with the timing, but you can't completely change the rhythm, okay? So this would be the right way to do it, and I'll just keep it really straight for now so you understand what I'm going for. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so you can see I can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 without having to stop. Now I'll show you what a lot of people, a lot of beginners who don't necessarily have a teacher to help them, or maybe they don't have a good teacher, I don't know. But here's what happens. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Do you see what I did? So they take time, and maybe this is you. So, and maybe you don't even notice you're doing it. So I'll do it without counting. You can hear this is the wrong way to do it. Okay, that's not right. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that that guy, 1, 2, 3, quick, 1. That last G sharp before you land together has to be really fast. So here's how you can practice it. And I'm taking just measure 5 right now, and just the last part of that measure. So it's the first time that this happens. So you're going to practice it just like that. You're going to do the pinky only. You're going to say 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, so you're actually going to count this out loud. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, and 1. You notice I'm not playing anything else. I'm just playing that top G sharp, the melody. Let's do it one more time. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. So now all we're going to add is just the octave underneath it. Let me show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, and 1. So we're not playing it the way Beethoven wrote it. We're doing an exercise to teach our brains, our ears, and our fingers the correct way to interpret this rhythm. Okay, let's do it again. Just the G sharps. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Let's do slower for you if this is too hard for you. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Once you can play that, and then you can add the other notes. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, so let's do that together slowly. Only when you're ready. Here we go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay? When you can play that, let's do the next measure. It's the same idea at the very end of the measure. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Let's do that. So G sharp, D sharp, F sharp. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay? So basically that G that you play all by itself is very quick. And you have to go right on. There's no time to stop and think, okay? Let's take it from here. So this is measure 5 if you have the music. If you don't, it's the measure where, you know, the melody's going to come in, okay? So just the right hand, no left hand. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, so I'm not counting correctly. I'm just counting the 3 so that you feel that pulse of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll link my performance video here. You can go take a look to really hear what it sounds like and compare it and make sure that you're doing the same rhythm. So are you going to play like a metronome? At this point, somebody will always comment, yeah, I don't want to play like a metronome. Nobody's asking you to, okay? You still have to play the right rhythm. You can take some time here and there. I'll just play a little bit of it for you from the beginning. So I'm letting the music have some space, like I'm pushing a little bit and pulling back a little. Here I'm slowing down a little bit, but I can't change the rhythm entirely. Here's another one of those. Okay, so you see that I did not play it like a metronome, but at the same time, you knew exactly what the melody was. It's bum, ba bum, bum, ba bum. So it's not bum, 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 right? So if you can't do it at that tempo, guess what? It's too fast for you. You have to slow down. That's another thing that a lot of beginner pianists do that they don't realize that they're actually hindering their progress is they play way too fast, and they make all kinds of mistakes, and they develop weird technique things, and simply because they're going too fast. Just slow down. And if you're not sure if you're going fast or slow, guess what? We have this wonderful thing called a cell phone. You just put your phone down. You can either video or audio record yourself and listen. I guarantee you it doesn't sound like what you think it sounds like when you're playing, because it's the same for me. It doesn't sound like what I'm experiencing when I play it. So when I listen back, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. Okay, even at this level of playing my whole life. So you want to make sure that you're aware of what you're doing. You slow down, record yourself, listen to other people, listen to more than just what notes they're playing. Listen to how they're playing it, with the rhythms, with the dynamics, all that stuff. I know it's a lot to think about, but playing the piano is not an easy thing. And I congratulate you for wanting to learn and actually like sitting down and doing the work. So my point is, if you're going to put in the time and do the work, I want your time to be used for the best purpose, right? So you can get the most out of your practice time. People tell me, oh, I appreciate your positive attitude, blah, blah, blah. They always say that about me, positive attitude. My attitude is not positive. My attitude is productive. Whatever I want to do, I want to do it, be productive. And that's where I lead my students. So I'm not telling you stuff that you want to hear to make you feel good. I'm trying to make you more productive with the time that you spend practicing. Okay, so if you want to schedule a Skype session with me to kind of check in, you can do like a 15-minute Skype session. So it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment or financial commitment, and you can just kind of say, look, here's what I'm doing. Am I even on the right track? And I guarantee you that will save you so much aggravation and time in the long run, just to have an expert set of eyes look at you and see what you're doing and put you on the right track if you happen to not be on the right track. And so one other thing, and then I'll wrap this up. I get lots of emails, people telling me what their problem is, and I can almost guarantee that what they think the problem is not the problem. It's really hard to diagnose yourself. So if I watch you play, I can tell you within 2 seconds, 3 seconds, what the actual issue is. And not only because I'm a teacher and I know what to do, but also, just somebody else watching you is such a different experience than watching yourself. All right. So if you want to schedule a Skype session, then I will link to my website down below. You can go and click on where it says schedule a Skype session. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you join my Facebook group, you can upload a video and kind of check in with me and the other people in the group, and we'll let you know if you're on the right track. Sometimes people post in my group and I don't say anything about it because they're already doing the best that they can, and there's no point in adding another layer of, striving. But if you're ready, to go ahead and tackle this particular mistake, then here's the video and you can, use it at home and figure out how to do it. Now, one thing that might be standing in your way, if you can't make this fix, one thing might be your technique, meaning that you're not able to physically do the movements at the piano that you need to do in order to get the results that you want. So there are no tips for technique. It's like asking me If you're a beginner gymnast, give me tips on doing a triple somersault. Like, that's not a tip type situation. Basically, you have to learn how to do gymnastics, right? So it's the same thing in piano. I made a couple of series of courses that lots of people are taking and are having super success with it. So I'll link to it, my website here, and that particular course series is called Become a Piano Superhero. The other thing that might be standing in your way is you don't know how to read music, so you're not even sure, unless someone shows you, how things are supposed to go. I have a free class called Instant Piano Mini Course. You can sign up for it for free, and that's a nice introduction on learning to read the right hand notes and left hand notes and basic rhythms. That is linked in the description box and in the comments. So check out my website for lots of resources for you if you want to improve on your piano playing and be able to play pieces that you really love. Find me on Instagram, the Piano Keys TPK, and on Facebook. As I said, I have the free group, Piano Practice Tips with the Piano Keys. You have to answer all the questions and agree to the group rules. And I have a Facebook page, the Piano Keys. Ooh, that's a lot. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Click the thumbs up if you like this video. You know, all the stuff that YouTube needs in order to know that I'm putting out good videos. All right, keep practicing, have fun, and I will see you soon. Bye.